Chosen one, you are not here by mistake. You are not watching this by accident. Something bigger than you has pulled you into this moment. Because heaven has something urgent to say, and it chose you to hear it. This is not just another message. This is a lifeline. You may have felt overlooked before, invisible even. But let me tell you right now, you are seen. You are chosen. You carry something inside of you that the world needs. And that is why this word comes to you now. Take a breath. Open your heart. What you are about to hear is not meant to scare you, but to wake you up. Because you were never made to shrink. You were never meant to drown in what was sent to destroy you. You were born to rise above it, to break it, to lead others out of it. So lean in. This is your moment to remember who you are. You are not weak. You are not average. You are not forgotten. You are the one heaven trusts to hear this and move. And when you do, nothing and no one can stop what has already been written over your life. Looking for purpose and peace? Hit subscribe and start the journey. You stand at the brink of something extraordinary. This is not simply another moment to pass. It is a turning point designed just for you. The shift is already underway, and it moves you from longing to possession. What you've prayed for is no longer a distant dream, but hovers right at the threshold of your reality. But this arrival demands readiness. If you refuse to prepare, if you resist alignment with what has been spoken over you, the toxicity of your current state consumes what's meant for you. Before going further, take a moment, anchor yourself in this present, still your thoughts, and open your spirit. If you are truly chosen, you already know this message was meant to find you now. What you are about to receive carries weight. If you're unwilling to confront what lies ahead, you may not make it through the fire unchanged. But if you do, nothing about your life will remain the same. The heaviness you've felt lately is not merely stress. The fog that clouds your choices is not random. Beneath the surface, a deeper, more dangerous reality is at work. Make your impact eternal. Join now and be a light in someone's darkness. The exhaustion, the confusion, the inner ache, these are symptoms of something far more insidious: spiritual corruption. It seeps into the cracks unnoticed, weaving itself into habits, routines, and relationships until it feels like part of you. But it was never meant to be there. Your being was created to move in clarity, aligned with truth, anchored in divine connection. But that harmony has fractured. Every day, the disconnection deepens. What you feel is not just mental strain. It is a disruption of your core. This pollution affects your thinking, your sleep, your relationships, your very identity. And because it hides beneath the visible, it masquerades as normal. It infiltrates through what you consume. Food that clouds your body, routines that drain you, people who seem harmless yet carry hidden intentions. Every choice you make either strengthens your soul or starves it. Too much has starved it already. That's why no rest feels enough. Why clarity seems elusive. Why your prayers feel unanswered. Your spirit cries out for renewal, for cleansing, for truth to cut through the noise. This is not poetic language. This is a decree, a command delivered from realms higher than this earth. If you do not stop, if you do not awaken, you risk losing yourself entirely. This is the final warning before collapse. Most who reach this edge never find their way back. But this word is not here to frighten you. It comes to stop your fall and redirect your steps before the ground gives way beneath you. What endangers the soul is not some dramatic single choice, but thousands of quiet compromises. Words spoken carelessly, connections that siphon instead of pour, meals consumed without thought, patterns repeated out of habit, days slip by without a moment of reflection. And so the weight builds, not because life is cruel, but because your spirit is under siege. If your heart overflows with divine love, now is the moment to let it shine. Click the super thank you button on YouTube and give $50 or more to help carry God's light to others. Your gift will bless not only your life, but countless others. You are part of His sacred plan. Your kindness may be the answer to someone's prayer. Share your blessings and honor His kingdom. May His grace guide you always, and yet mercy still speaks, even now, even here. This message is your alarm, meant to wake what has only been dormant, not dead. You must respond before the door closes. The divine does not thunder without cause. Delay risks everything you're meant to carry. Everything can shift, but only if it begins now. Understand that what you put into your body is not neutral. Every bite holds a vibration, a charge, a direction. What enters you either tunes you higher or drags you into static. Most have no idea how much power is stolen from them through what they mindlessly consume. This is not about diet fads or trends. It is about purity of frequency. That spark you carry can only burn clearly when unclouded. What you consume matters, because what is inside you dictates what flows out. The next chapter requires a version of you that cannot afford to stay asleep. This is your summons. Answer it while there's still time. You carry within you more energy than you realize, yet it keeps slipping through cracks you cannot see. Substances tainted, environments heavy, words carelessly spoken. All of them siphon your vitality without permission. Your spiritual reservoir has been drained drop by drop through interactions, screens, rooms you've entered, and people you've entertained who carried unseen burdens into your space. What you've called simple fatigue is far deeper. It is a slow, spiritual hemorrhage. Your essence has been harvested by those who feed on what you radiate, leaving you hollow while they walk away full. This cannot continue. A line must be drawn. You've been entrusted with a sacred charge, and not everyone deserves to stand in that light. You are consecrated ground, not a public well. Not everything you allow into your life carries blessing. Not every rhythm you keep can remain. Take back what was yours from the beginning. Let no thief touch you again. You were never designed to be devoured. You are here to shine, fully fortified, wholly intact. What weighs you down now is no mere weariness. This heaviness in your chest, this fog in your mind, this quiet whisper that undermines your worth, it is not cured by rest alone. It is the result of a targeted spiritual siege, quiet, patient, and deliberate. The forces working against you do not arrive in obvious forms, but in small, familiar things. Habits that drain, conversations that bruise, foods that dull your senses, noise that numbs you, and even your own kindness twisted against you. Your defenses have been breached one compromise at a time. But now, you see it, and what is seen can be removed. Make your impact eternal. Join now and be a light in someone's darkness. This is your awakening, not to destroy you, but to call out the warrior that has been waiting inside you. The alarm sounds not to frighten you, but to awaken what has been sleeping. You were never meant to shrink under this weight. You were built to overcome it. You are not called to simply endure, but to conquer. You are not here to collapse under the pressure, but to stand above it. Every battle you feel around you is proof of the power you hold within you. This is your signal to rise, not retreat. Some toxins wear no labels. They enter your life wrapped in smiles, hidden in compliments, masked as care. Words that seem kind, yet carry seeds of doubt. Interactions that feel harmless, yet leave you restless. This is no accident. This is the subtle strategy of fear, dressed as friendship. Not every relationship brings clarity. Some cloud your path. Some scatter your focus. Even long-held ties can turn into snares. They may have walked with you for a season, but not all seasons are meant to last. The enemy often wears the face of familiarity. Manipulation disguised as loyalty will chain you longer than any open enemy could. Truth must now speak louder than sentiment. Detaching is not cruelty. It is obedience to what you've been called to. When you release what no longer belongs, you make space for what is destined to arrive. Your future cannot wait for those who refuse to grow, who cling to what poisons, who drain what you need to preserve. You are being pruned, not punished. Every branch cut away is preparation for what's about to bloom. You are being shaped for greater fruit. Let go. Release what you've clung to. Peace waits on the other side of obedience. Heaven prescribes a cure, a full spiritual cleanse. This is not symbolic or decorative. It is an actual purging of what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. The question is not whether you are offered the remedy. It is whether you will take it. This purification will stretch you. It will expose truths you've hidden from yourself. It will force out habits you've worn like second skin. It will sever ties you thought you couldn't live without. And in the discomfort of this process, you will finally remember who you were always meant to be. If your heart overflows with divine love, now is the moment to let it shine. Click the super thank you button on YouTube and give $50 or more to help carry God's light to others. Your gift will bless not only your life, but countless others. You are part of His sacred plan. Your kindness may be the answer to someone's prayer. Share your blessings and honor His kingdom. May His grace guide you always. You stand in a divine exchange. What is stripped from you makes space for brilliance, calm, strength, and a fire that cannot be put out. This is the trade you've been called to accept. Release what diminishes you so you can carry what elevates you. No vessel overflowing with poison can ever hold what is sacred. What you feel now, the restlessness, the discomfort, the sense that nothing fits, is not pressure crushing you, but impurities leaving you. You are not breaking apart. You are being cleared out. The sacred work has already begun. That is why what once soothed you now feels sour. That is why your spirit thrashes in quiet rebellion. This is not destruction, it is cleansing. Stop resisting. Do not stall. Let yourself be purified, your desires recalibrated, your habits dismantled, your vision restored. This is the birth of what was always inside you. You are making space for the divine to fill you fully. These nights that lie ahead are not like others. They are openings in time, appointments set before you were even formed. While the world dozes, a quiet power moves through the darkness, not loud, not chaotic, but unstoppable. If you are willing, these nights can turn everything. Healing speeds up. Hidden truths find your ears. Destiny begins whispering to you where you thought there was only silence. The deepest work happens when the noise falls away and the world turns its back. You wake with images you can't explain. You feel strange waves of heat and heaviness. You cry and don't know why. That is not random. That is repair. The weight you've carried gets lifted. Purpose you thought was gone is spoken back into you. Prepare yourself. Make your space worthy of what's coming. Sweep the room. Light something meaningful. Set your mind right before you rest. These hours are not for scrolling, distracting, or wasting. They are for listening, receiving, and resetting your foundation. Do not strive. Surrender. Let what only heaven can accomplish unfold without your interference. This is not your doing, it is your becoming. But know this, windows do not stay open forever. Mercy lingers longer than deserved, but it still has an end. The urgency you feel is real. Every day you delay is a choice against yourself. Every time you ignore this pull, you extend the distance between who you are and who you're meant to be. This is not condemnation. This is awakening. You are loved enough that silence can no longer hold back truth. What waits for you lies beyond obedience, and obedience begins now. You cannot walk into the future dragging the chains of today. If you keep ignoring what you feel, you risk everything meant for you. The door remains wide, but not for long. Step through now. Heaven waits. There is a voice embedded deep within you, ancient, unshaken, planted long before you took your first breath. It's the quiet pulse that led you here. It's the sound of your assignment calling you home. Once, it roared like thunder, but now it is muted, not because it left, but because you buried it beneath what does not belong. Everything, the distractions, the fears, the appetites, the false loyalties, the addictions, has wrapped around it like a cage. You've doubted yourself, hesitated, wondered if you're enough. That is how you know the enemy has tangled himself around your voice. No more waiting, no more silence. Take it back. Tear the chains from your throat. Speak like you were made to. Pray like the air depends on it, because it does. Move like your words have weight again. Burn away what clings to you. Let your spirit rise. You were never meant to dim. You were never meant to stay silent. The heavens have been waiting to hear your sound. Now is the moment to release it. Not because you're flawless, but because you're ready to step into the person you've been carrying inside all along. You've always known you weren't cut out for an ordinary story. Every scar, every question, every season of isolation, they weren't punishment, they were preparation. The heat you felt was not destruction. It was the forge shaping you into something rare. You were born to blaze like a beacon at dawn. But the world tried to mute you. Institutions tried to contain you. People tried to shrink you into their comfort. Yet the same hand that painted galaxies marked you with a mission that cannot be erased. That calling refuses to stay quiet. It presses forward now. There's no more room to delay, no more hiding, no more curling yourself into the corners of smallness. You were made to reflect divine brilliance, to walk with authority, to release illumination into places still cloaked in shadows. You rise now, with discipline, with humility, with strength that humbles every doubt. This isn't just about speaking of light, it's about becoming it. Let your presence alter the air. Let your prayers ripple through unseen dimensions. Let your clarity dismantle the lies whispered around you. You are not fractured, you are remade, and the work has just begun. What you hear now is not just another message. This is the final call before the season shifts, and with every warning comes a doorway to freedom, to restoration, to the full weight of your destiny. What happens next depends on your response. Heaven watches, darkness quakes, the future waits. The question remains, will you walk through? This urgency is not anger, it's fierce love, the kind of love that refuses to let you slip away unnoticed. This is the Creator calling you higher with a voice that stretches beyond time. Come home, come alive, come closer. On the other side of surrender lies everything you've been aching for. Clarity, strength, deep peace, a power that no one can strip away. But it begins here, with release. Cut ties to what poisons you. Close doors that confuse you. Purify what you consume, what you speak, what you allow in your space. Make your soul sacred again. Watch as the unseen begins to move around you. Quiet healings arrive where no doctor could reach. Your spirit begins to hunger for what truly sustains it. A higher assignment whispers your name in the stillness. The doorway stays open, but not forever. Step through before it fades. Every battle starts in your own head. It begins there long before it spills into your actions. Thoughts birth choices. Choices sculpt your future. But what if your mind is no longer yours? What if it's been hijacked by whispers that never belong to you? Those lies arrive quietly. They imitate your own voice until you can't tell the difference. They speak fear, shame, confusion, defeat. But none of that was ever yours to carry. Those echoes are the enemy's language, hidden inside distractions, noise, old pain, and unchecked habits. It's time to armor up. You've been fighting bareheaded long enough. Shield your mind with unshakable truth. Peace is not optional. It's essential. You cannot rule in the spirit while tormented in thought. That torment ends today. Your mind can be reclaimed, but it demands intention. You must become vigilant with what you let dwell there. Cultivate thoughts of strength, clarity, and alignment. This is mental sovereignty. Refuse the lies. Tear down false imaginations. Lay claim to your peace again. You cannot ascend while your mind is captive. Your mind is the gate, and tonight, that gate is cleansed, guarded, and sealed with purpose. Heaven sends a frequency, soft but constant, pouring wisdom and sparking vision. But this frequency cannot compete with the chaos around you. It's fragile, and the world is too loud. Not because the voice has stopped speaking, but because your ears are buried under noise. And noise isn't just sound. It's clutter, distraction, endless motion. It's filling every quiet second with something meaningless. Silence has become rare, and in silence, the divine still speaks. You avoid stillness because it feels foreign now. Every gap gets filled with music, screens, chatter, even good things. But whatever occupies the space meant for sacred presence becomes a thief, no matter how harmless it seems. This is your call back to silence. Let the stillness return. Let the voice of your spirit rise. You were designed to carry stillness, not the emptiness of apathy, but the intentional quiet that clears the way for something higher. This is the space where heaven's whispers cut through confusion, where insight descends like rain, where strength re-enters your bones and disorder dissolves. In this silence, what you need becomes unmistakable. Every deep encounter begins when the noise stops. Strip away the clutter. Protect time for your spirit. Create a haven where the eternal can move without interruption. This is not a suggestion. It is a requirement for those who truly want to see. If you feel distant, it is not because the divine has turned away. It's because too many layers stand between you and what calls you home. Return to quiet. Hear what was there all along. Do not let delay keep stealing your moments. The enemy does not always destroy outright. He distracts. He slows you just enough for faith to grow tired, just enough for you to abandon what was already yours. Delay wears the costume of busyness, fear, and endless waiting disguised as preparation. But your promises remain suspended above you, waiting, not because they've been revoked, but because momentum has been drained from you. That thief must now be named and cast out. Delay is not your destiny. It is not sacred. It is the quiet chain keeping you stuck while you mistake stagnation for patience. Expose it. Break it. Watch as everything moves again. Say no to the empty things that devour your time. Say yes to the flow you've been called into. Time matters more than you think, and heaven stands ready to release what's been held. Examine yourself. Are you walking forward in trust or hiding in fear? There's no perfect moment to begin. The moment is already here. When you move, heaven moves. What you thought required years can unfold in months when you align with what's waiting. Take a good look around you. Every space you enter carries a tone. Every wall you live between hums with energy. No environment is neutral. It either sharpens who you are or dulls you to your own purpose. If your surroundings feel heavy, it may be because they no longer match the weight of your calling. Does your space reflect your future or echo your past? Is it a sanctuary or a battlefield? The objects you see daily imprint on your soul. What you allow lingers and raises or lowers your standards. Your dwelling does not need opulence. It needs alignment. Heaven does not dwell everywhere you do. Some places must be cleared, sanctified, and reordered so your spirit can breathe. Shift your atmosphere to match where you're going, not where you've been. If your walls could speak, would they honor what's on your life or betray it? When you walk into a room, you should feel a weight of presence, not confusion clinging to corners. Purify your space. Let what you see and hear around you remind you of who you are becoming. Your environment is soil. Ready yourself for what's about to grow. You've been giving without pause, holding up others, offering your energy, becoming their anchor. But underneath, you already know you are running on empty. You cannot keep pouring when nothing is left. That kind of sacrifice does not make you holy. It makes you hollow. You are called to serve, but not to bleed dry in the name of compassion. There is a thin line between service and self-destruction, and too many have crossed it thinking it was love. You cannot sustain others on fumes. You are meant to drink deeply before offering a drop to anyone else. You are the vessel, not the well, and the vessel must be filled again and again, or it cracks under the weight. The cracks are already showing. Fatigue, resentment, burnout. These are not badges of honor. They are warnings. Let yourself be replenished. Let worship fill your lungs again. Let silence restore your center. Let rest rebuild what the world has been taking from you. Return to the source and let yourself be whole. Because wholeness is not selfish. Wholeness is sacred.